fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at 16 stone, 12 pounds, 14 ounces, or 236 pounds. He brings a professional record of 44 bouts, 40 victories, including 24 knockouts to his credit, with 2 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. Originally from South Africa, but now living and fighting out of Newport Beach, California, USA, here is the challenger, former IBF World Heavyweight Champion, the White Buffalo, Francois Botha. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed with blue, he weighed in at 17 stone, 12.5 pounds, or an even 250 pounds. He captured Olympic gold in 1988 and now has a professional record consisting of 38 bouts, 36 victories, including 28 knockouts, with only 1 defeat and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, from East London, England, presenting the reigning and defending, universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the power and the power of London, Lennox Lewis.
Francois, Lennox, we've been through the rules. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you. God bless you both, and may the best man win.
The referee, in case you recognize him, is Larry O'Connell, the Englishman who scored the first Lewis Holyfield fight as a draw, very controversially. Now he is acting as the referee.
If you wondered about the chorus of boos, it was for his scorecard, and Lewis Holyfield won. But Lennox says he's a good referee. I like him as a referee, even if I don't like him as a judge. He's refereed 4 previous Lewis fights without any Lewis complaints. And in fact, some in Botha's camp worry that because O'Connell got so much bad publicity here last year for his scorecard and Lewis Holyfield won, that he'll bend over backward to service Lewis in this fight. Lennox lands a right hand to start it off.
Botha's job is to make Lewis become aggressive. Get that big man to lose some of that energy and that power. Make him throw a lot of punches in the first 3 rounds. Lewis, of course, keep him on the end of the left jab and overhand rights all night. If he wants to survive, let him survive with those short shots. Don't waste any punches.
Botha has a sneaky right hand. He fires it often as the lead. He'll switch his feet sometimes. And he has an unusual sense of range. He's often just beyond your punching range, and he'll sneak in and throw a punch and grab you and hold or get back up. Lennox said to us yesterday that he would not be at all surprised to find himself in the 9th or 10th round of a sloppy fight tonight, because he knows what Botha's style is.
Botha's doing a good job. You want to start landing your left jab and left hook to Lennox Lewis' chest. Make the big man get down with you. Don't let him stand so tall.
Botha holding his left hand low, and Lewis has just missed twice with his overhand right cross, which is, of course, bread and butter punch number 1. The real bread and butter recently has been the uppercut. The uppercut which deposited Grant on the canvas for the 4th and final time. The uppercut which bailed him out against Holyfield in Las Vegas in the 2nd of those 2 fights.
Botha's doing a good job, but his chin is kind of high. He should drop it a little bit.
And Lewis stops him in his tracks and wobbles him momentarily with a right hand shot.
You want to keep your chin down if you're Botha. It's standing up a little too straight too early in the fight.
Now Botha begins to hold his left hand higher, and Lewis overshoots with the right, as he often does. Botha said, I'm going to watch for him to hit me on the back of the head and I'll complain, because he often comes over the top of the right hand and hits you in the back of the neck.
Botha's got to concede being hit with the right hand. Whenever he gets hit, he got to throw something back quick. Make Lewis think.
That was a pretty easy first round for Lennox Lewis, despite all of Botha's tricks. Stewart has never been in the losing corner in a heavyweight championship fight.
Now, when we're moving to that right side, we have to move forward, step into the side forward, make him react. Don't move to the left side, right? Not yet. Right? Make sure you stay to that right side. And you know what? We have 3 rounds. I want 3 rounds. Right? Then we stop stepping it up.
The right that staggered Botha. Botha's a very tough character. Most anybody else would have been on the seat of their pants. Botha already has a welt under his left eye.
And a welt on the bridge of his nose as well. Both the products of the Lewis right hand. Lennox landed 10 of 16 jabs in the first round. That's what sets up the big rights.
Guys like Lennox Lewis, you got to get them into a fight. You just can't just let them box all night. Run in with your body, throw a shot, and run out.
As long as Botha does this, George, Lewis can fight at his own pace and choose what to do.
Yeah, but you can get Lewis anxious. He just had a great knockout. He would like to do it again. Make him anxious, make him start reaching out. Start using your, there's your left jab.
There you go. Botha sneaking in the left just as Lewis started to make his move.
You want to make the big fella step forward so you can just get in between there with your left jab. Make them run into it. The way to do that is to make them reach out. Lewis is a good fighter, but he's had traps set on him before. He's a little too cautious.
Lewis promised some left hooks in this fight because he knows Botha likes to lead with the right, and he figured he'd get a chance to counter with the left hook. We haven't seen it yet.
Botha was able to land an important right hand under the body, the side of Lennox Lewis. Very important. He's trying it again.
Lennox blocking that one partially with the left arm.
You want to make that big man bring that left hand down so you can see his chin.
And as Botha starts to target the body, Lennox unveils the uppercut.
Yeah, Lewis drops his left hand just a little bit more. You get a little closer, then it's no longer the height advantage. Generally, Lewis likes to keep his left hands out in the guy's face. When you hit him in the body, he takes it back to his side.
Frans Botha, who has a pretty good chin, went through the ropes, and Larry O'Connell says that'll do it.
He was wobbly.
What a three-punch combo that was by Lennox
Never
Lewis.
seen Lennox Lewis put together a combination like that. 1, 2, 3, and had some more.
Sensational. Absolutely sensational.
O'Connell is going to be criticized by a few people for stopping it that fast. But Botha's eyes were glazed. He was wobbly. His knees weren't all there. He took a devastating combination. He would have been out in 15 or 20 seconds, if not before anyway. A very impressive performance by Lewis, proving once again that you can run, but you can't hide.
This is the first time we've seen him do this with shorter opponents. How relaxed he looked. And, you know, you start doing that with shorter opponents, there's no end to this man's talent.
Well, you know, could he do it with David Tua in November? Tua is considerably shorter than Botha. Take another look at this combination. Right cross, left hook, right cross. Boom, boom, boom.
lifted him off the canvas.
You can actually call it a four-punch combination, figuring in the jab.
I've never seen Lewis do this. This is new.
Botha has never, ever been dominated in a prize fight the way he was tonight.
Not even close. He's been in every fight, particularly in the early rounds. I mean, he handled Tyson with so much ease for 4 rounds that it made it look too easy to him. Here, he was never in it, and Lewis just exterminated him with that combination. So he gets a 2-round knockout over Grant, and now he gets a 2-round knockout over Botha.
Well, Emmanuel Stewart asked for consistency. You can't get more consistent than that in back-to-back fights. He did what a real champion is supposed to do against a guy who it is not easy to do it against.
Coming back with a left hook behind that right hand is something you never expect Lennox Lewis to do.
Hey, I'll say it again, and this comment after the Grant fight got ridiculed in one of the boxing magazines, but I'm sticking to it. He's getting better, George.
He's actually getting better. At 34, you get better if your legs are still there.
Pretty remarkable performance. And sometimes, you know, your karma operates for you. If that was a quick stoppage, well, what it was a lot like was the Oliver McCall stoppage against Lewis when Lewis lost the only time back here in 1994.
Also
Very
in the
similar.
second round.
Also in the second round. Because Lewis had gotten up and beaten the count, as Botha did, but the referee decided he couldn't continue, just as O'Connell decided that Botha should take no more punishment from the undisputed king of the heavyweight division, Lennox Lewis. No doubt about it. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official evening standard time. The end comes at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory, and still the universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Tower and Power of London, Lennox Lewis.
Final punch stat numbers in a measured performance by Lennox Lewis. In 2 rounds, he only threw 47 punches. He landed 24 of them. The bulk were jabs, but the right hands and that little left hook did the damage at the end. Botha landing 9 of 37. It was a story of Lennox Lewis's devastating punching power, and he once again underlines his status as the world's best heavyweight. Here's Larry Merchant with Lennox.
Congratulations, Lennox. You kept insisting before the fight you'd be happy with any kind of a victory. Were you secretly hoping that something as explosive as this would happen?
Absolutely. I realized that I've spent a long time in training camp. I just wanted to go out there and just prove to the world that I'm the best fighter on the planet. No guy tests.
Could you have landed that kind of 3 or perhaps 4 punch combination 5, 6, 7 years ago? Let's take a look at it and give us your comment.
Basically, I was moving in behind the jab. I noticed that he bent to the left, and I just, you know, took advantage of it. Yeah, ended off with a right hand.
Are you awed by yourself?
Hey, it looked good. It looked good on TV, so I'm happy with it.
What are your feelings about, A, having come back to London where you suffered a second round knockout, and B, kind of rewarding your fans here the way you did?
Hey, you know, it felt good. It's like I went away and I said, next time I come back to London, I'm going to come back undisputed heavyweight champion. And it's funny that I lost in the second round and I came back and won in the second round. So I love the irony of it.
You have a scheduled defense against a mandatory challenger, David Tua. Will you fulfill that fight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if there's anybody that deserves a shot, it's David Tua. And I'm happy that he's never seen a boxer like me, so he's in for a big surprise.
Let's talk about Mike Tyson, because his name always comes up. You yourself have given us mixed messages. On the one hand, you say you do want to fight him, And on the other hand, you say you don't want to go through another emotional breakdown with a fighter in the ring as you did with Oliver McCall. Clarify that for us.
I only have one thing to say. Tell Mike Tyson either put up or shut up. Simple as that. Sign the contract tomorrow and let's fight and get it over with. He's talking about he wants to eat this and that. He knows what he can eat.
All right, your trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, is skeptical that that fight would ever happen. Can your career be as fulfilling as you hoped it would be without that fight, or do you think you need that fight?
I don't think I need Mike Tyson. You know, to me, Mike Tyson's a has-been. Basically, he needs to prove himself. Really, what he's going after right now is going off of his name.
So you think he's been on this carnival tour against hand-picked opponents, and that before he fights you, he should have to show the public that he can beat a strong opponent?
Not only beat a strong opponent, but behave himself in the ring. Every fight I see him going through, he's always doing something against the rules. He has to remember, this is the art of boxing, the art of the sweet science. It's not no street fighting in there. We go in there to box.
I don't think a lot of people look at it that way, Lennox. In the past, he's given you $4 million to not have to fight you, and he has recently said he's not ready to fight you. What is the message that you get from those two things?
Well, the simple message is that he doesn't want to fight. If he's going against guys like Lou Savarese, you know, he'll never be ready for me. So, you know, what can I say? I'm out there showing that I'm the best fighter on the planet. Simple as that.
Thank you very much, Lennox Lewis.
Respect.
So it'll be David Tua next in November, and then down the road, well, who knows? Maybe Mike Tyson, maybe Vladimir Klitschko, whom you saw earlier this evening. One thing is for certain, no question about who the champion is as we look down the road toward further heavyweight confrontations. Now let's go back to Larry Merchant with the second place finisher in this little match race, Frans Botha.
All right, Fran, did you feel that the fight was stopped prematurely?
Well, he called me with a good shot. I think that I could have continued, but it was a good shot that he called me with.
All right, let's take a look at it, and you tell us what was going on there. You were trying to stay away from them, obviously. You're seeing it for the first time after having felt it. What does this tell you?
You know, he called me with a good shot there, so you know, he was a better man tonight.
How good is he? Why were you unable to take the fight into the later rounds, which was clearly what you were trying to do?
Definitely. You know, he just called me with a good shot, and you know, I never saw a shot coming, so he called me with a good shot, and I was stunned.
Why was he more difficult for you than you may have anticipated?
Well, he's a tall guy. He's got a long reach. My purpose was to get him into the later rounds, but you know, he called me with a good shot right there, and you know, it's in boxing, the punch you don't see coming is the one that hit you.
This is the first time you have ever been dominated in any way. In every other fight, even in your losing fights, the other guy knew he had a hard time. What is your thought about Lennox Lewis as a heavyweight champion, having experienced this?
Well, you know, I give Lennox all the credit. He landed a good shot. I believe he's a good heavyweight champion. You know, give him the credit for that. And I thank him for the opportunity that he gave me. But you know what? I'll be back.
Thank you very much, Fran.
Thank you.
Jim?
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Drop your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the